Hi all. In the last class we have learned how to find the MMF of air gap. So here in this video we are going to learn to find the MMF for teeth. So as we know that the MMF required for teeth depends on the area of cross section of tooth and flux passing through it. That is, the area of cross section depends on the dimensions of tooth, which in turn depends on the type of slot. Okay, so here this figure shows some typical cross section of teeth, and it can be observed that the width of the teeth is not constant. Okay, width of the teeth is not constant, it is varying. Okay, so due to the non-uniform dimensions of the teeth, the following problems we are encountered while calculating them off. Okay, the main problems are the teeth are wedge shaped or tapered. Okay, wedge shaped or tapered. So this means that the area presented to the path of flux is not constant, and this gives different values of flux density over the length of the teeth. Okay, so that is a one problem, and also we know that the slot provides another parallel path for the flux, shunting the tooth. Okay, that is here we can see this is the tooth, and this slot also provide, if we are placing the winding here, this slots also provide a parallel path for this tooth. Okay, a flux path. So the presence of two parallel paths and the reluctance of one part depending upon the degree of saturation in the other, and makes the problem intricate. So the amount required for teeth can be easily calculated, whatever may be their shape, if the flux going down the slot is neglected. Okay, you have to neglect the flux going down the slot. Okay, so the correction to the slot flux into account can be incorporated later. That is, we can see. So mainly there are three methods for the calculation of MMF. Okay, that is the graphical method, then 3-ordinate method, and BTL by 3 method. Okay, so in that first we are going to learn the graphical method. Okay, so in the graphical method, first the flux density at various sections of the tooth are determined using these equations. Okay, here phi is the flux per pole, and nt is the number of teeth under a pole, and at is the area of cross section of tooth at the desired section. Okay, that is, if you are considering a point here. Okay, in considering a point here, we have to calculate the area of cross section at this point, and if you are point at the tip of the tooth, we have to calculate the cross section here. So here we can see, so this portion. Okay, so this portion will be the root of the teeth. Okay, and this will be the tip of the teeth, that you have to note down the main 2 points, that is root and tip. Okay, so we have to calculate the flux density at different points of the tooth. Okay, using this equation. Okay, and a graph between flux density and distance from the root, you can see here, this is the flux density versus distance from the root, this is the length. Okay, and this graph shows the variation of flux density over the tooth length L. Okay, and then for each point of the tooth, the mmf per meter. Okay, that is mmf per meter means we know that it is also represented using small letter at. Okay, for that is for each point of the tooth, the mmf per meter at is found from the BH curve. Okay, we know that what is BH curve. Okay, BH curve of a material, that is BH curve means BAT curve, H means AT. Okay, H is same as our AT, that is mmf per meter. Okay, listen carefully, H means mmf per meter, it is denoted as AT. So by the knowledge of BAT curve or BH curve, we can find the AT, that is the H value, that is mmf per meter can be found for each point of the tooth. Okay, so a graph between AT and distance is drawn here. Okay, for various point of the tooth we are drawing the AT. Okay, that is versus the distance. So this graph shows the variation of AT over the length of the tooth. Okay, so the mean ordinate of this graph gives the equivalent AT, that is AT mean. Okay, that is AT mean. So using this AT mean, we can calculate the total mmf of tooth. Okay, so here we can know that the total mmf of tooth ATT. Okay, can be find out using the equation AT mean into LT. Okay, LT, where LT is the length of the tooth, or it is equal to DS, that is depth of the slot. That is, from this figure, the length of the tooth is this, okay, and length of the, that is width of the slot is this, okay, both are same, okay. So that is length of the tooth and depth of the slot, LT and DS are same, okay. That is, if you are drawing a figure, okay, so this will be the length of the tooth, okay, and this portion will be the depth of the slot, so both are same, okay. So using this equation we can find the total MMF of the tooth, okay, AT mean into LT. So one of the important point is to find the AT mean using different graphs and some equations, okay. So this equation is very important. So once again I am repeating, for various point of the tooth we are finding the flux density, and from BAT curve we are finding AT for various points, okay, for various distance, for various point of the tooth, and we are drawing a figure based on that. So from that we are finding AT mean, and using this AT mean we are finding the total amount of tooth, okay. So this is the first method, and the second one is three ordinate method, or we can call it as Simpson's rule, okay. So this method can be applied to teeth of very simple, okay, very simple form and smaller taper, okay. So this method is based on the assumption that the curve relating MMF per meter, that is AT, okay, AT with the flux density is parabola, okay. So in this method, the flux density and the corresponding values of MMF per meter, that is AT, are obtained at three equidistant points. The 3 points are chosen such that, that is, one is at the root, okay, root of the slot, and one is at the center, and one is at the tip of the tooth, okay. So the flux density at these 3 points are estimated using the same equation, using this same equation, okay, as in the graphical method, and the corresponding AT are determined by, from BAT curve, that is BH curve, okay. So here also we are using the BH curve for finding the corresponding AT, okay, H or AT, okay, for AT value. So the 3 points, 3 ATs corresponding to 3 points are AT. One is the AT for the root of tooth, one is at the center, and one is at the tip, okay. So the mean value is found using this equation, okay. At these 3 points the area will be different, okay. So we are using this equation for find the AT mean, and using this AT mean we are finding the total amount of AT, that is AT mean into LT, okay. That is we know that AT mean into total length of the tooth, okay, or AT mean into DS, depth of the slot. So this is the MMF for tooth using three ordinate method. That is, we are finding 3 ATs, that is 3 MMF per meters corresponding to 3 points of the root, okay. So the 3 points, again I am saying that, that is if you are considering this one, okay, this portion will be the tip, okay, tip of the slot, and this will be the this portion will be the root, okay, and we are considering the center portion also for finding different ATs, okay. So the next method is BT L by 3 method, okay. So this method is applied to teeth of small taper, and this method is based upon the assumption that the value of MMF per meter, that is AT, obtained for flux density at a section 1/3 of tooth height, okay, at a section 1/3 of tooth height from the narrow end, okay. So that gives the value AT mean, okay. That is, we are going to find the AT, okay. That is the AT using the method that we are obtaining the flux density at a section 1/3 of the tooth height from the narrow end, okay. So that gives the value AT mean, okay. So this method is the most simple of the methods, okay, and we know that according to this method the total amount of tooth, that is ATT, can be found as 81/3 into LT, okay. 81/3 is the corresponding AT value that is taken at the 1/3 of the tooth height, okay. So 81 by 3 into ds, or 81 by 3 into lt. Lt is the length of the teeth, ds is equal to the depth of the slot. So these are the main three methods for finding the MMF of teeth. I hope all of you understand the three methods well. So mostly the graphical method is asked for university, asking university question papers. Okay, so that is very important. So try to learn all these three methods. Okay, so thank you.